I'm going to be explaining how the unit circle relates to the trigonomic functions sine, cosine, and tangent. First, I'm going to explain the unit circle. The unit circle is a circle with a radius of 1 that goes around the graph. And it has points at certain angles, which are 30, 45, and 60. These angles, when used with the trigonomic functions, give these exact values, which are special values: pi thirds over 2, 1 half, root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2, and 1 half, root 3 over 2. These values are obtained by using sine, cosine, or tangent to obtain with these angles or radians or degrees or radians to obtain them. So, for example, if you use sine of 30 degree, the sine of 30 degrees equals 1 half. You can check that on your calculator, see if that's right. If you want to check it into radians, you would have to multiply 30 degrees by its conversion factor, pi over 180, cross out the degrees, and then you get 30 pi over 180. You can simplify this by dividing everything by 30. So 30 pi divided by 30 would be pi, and then 180 divided by 30 would be 6. Then you get pi over 6 as the radians, which is shown right here. So, and if you do this with cosine, it results in the same thing. Excuse me, not cosine. You can check this sine of pi over 6 will also equal 1 half, because pi over 6 is equal to 30 degrees, and pi over 6 radians is equal to 30 degrees. Now, the reason we got these two exact points is because these 2 points are found by sine and cosine. Cosine being the x and then sine being the y, which I'll show you right here. You can see that when you do sine of 30 degrees, it also results in pi halves on the calculator. You can see that if you result in cosine of 30 degrees, it results in 0.866025, and we don't know what that number is, but I know that if you do cosine of cosine of 30 degrees, it results in root 3 over 2. And to prove that, I did root 3 over 2 divided by 2, and you get the same answer, 0.866025. If you perform this method on each of these degrees, the 45 degree and the 60 degree with cosine and sine, you get these exact points right here. And you get these. Also on the unit circle, it goes around 360 degrees, and you can see that there are many degrees and many radians that you have to remember. So I'm going to show you a quick way to remember all of them. All you really need to remember is the first quadrant and how pi 6, pi 4ths, and pi 3rds, because it's going to be reflected right here. You see pi 6s right there, and then you see 5 pi 6s right there. You see how pi 4ths is right there, and then you see 3 pi 4ths is right there. You see pi 3rds right there, and 2 pi 3rds is right there. Everything is reflected with the base value of whatever it's in quadrant 1. To memorize all of these, you can remember this. In quadrant 1, you have pi 3rds, pi 4ths, and pi 6. And to find out what they have in the next quadrant, you have to go to the number that they can't be divisible by. So the next number, you have to keep going up until you can't divide it. Next number up would be from 1. It will be 2 pi over 3rd, because 2 divided by 3 you can't do. Next number would be 4 pi over 3rd, because if you go to 3 pi over 3rd, 3 can be divided by 3, and you will result in pi as a simplified. You can see it right here that 3 pi over 3, the 3's will divide, and all you get left is pi, and that's wrong. So you have to go to 4 pi 3rds, because 4 can't be divided by 3. Then you go to 5 pi 3rds, because that can't be divided, and that will be in the 4th quadrant, which you can see right here. You see 2 pi 3rds. You see pi 3rds, 2 pi 3rds, 4 pi 3rds, 5 pi 3rds. second pi fourths. You can check it. You can't do two pi fourths because they'll be divided. 2 divided by 4, but you can go to 3 pi fourths, and then this will go on. So this will go on with this pattern for all of them. Pi 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It can all be divided by 6 or simplified by 6 until 5.6. It keeps going on. Also, to remember the degrees, you can see that how it just skips around 30, 45, 60, then goes to 120. You can tell from the terminal side right here, it goes first 30 degrees, then 15, then 15, then 30 again. It repeats this pattern. 90 plus 20, that's 30 degrees, or 90 to 120, that's 30 degrees. Then 15, then 15, goes all the way around.